Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video today. We have been talking about Maresca for too long. The last three videos have been all about Maresca. So today, for a change, I'm going to talk about a Chelsea legend, Frank Lampard. With Maresca not doing well in the last couple of months, and there's been a lot of talk he should be replaced or who is to be blamed, whether it's the manager or the directors or the owners, who is going to be the fall guy. uh, there has been a couple of names which is coming up in the media, and obviously, with Frank Lampard being such a big thing for Chelsea fans, there is a good number of Chelsea fans who will want him back at Chelsea because of his good showing in Coventry. A lot like what happened a few years ago when he was doing pretty well with Leeds, and then he was told to manage Chelsea, and he did well in the first season, but then again things fell apart. So let's talk about Frank Lampard a little bit here and what I think. Now, first, I'm going to give you a disclaimer. I'm a big Frank Lampard fan, and I guess you guys know what I'm going at. But I've been a Frank Lampard fan from a time when he was playing for West Ham United, and he's one of those players I really wanted to do well, and I wanted him to be a Chelsea player, and eventually he became. He, Stevie G, were the kind of players that I thought that Chelsea would benefit at that time. It's a really long time ago, and I really wanted him to do well. And eventually joined Chelsea, became this legend at Chelsea, and that many of you might have grown up being a Chelsea fan because of Frank was one of the key elements of you becoming a Chelsea fan. For me, I've seen that guy playing for West Ham, playing brilliantly for West Ham for a good number of times before he moved to Stamford Bridge. So now the disclaimer is over. Now let's get back to the video and talk about Frankie. So I am, though a big fan of footballer, the Frank the footballer, I'm not really a big fan of him as the manager. I think, and he knows it pretty well, I'm pretty sure about it, he being someone who is very sensible, I think, uh, will understand that he, like many people, we need a good amount of experience at his job. And Chelsea is a big club. Big clubs need this big egos, big managers as well, right? The Jose Mourinho's types of managers. Even Antonio Conte, though Conte in his second season was really, really not that up to Thomas Tuchel being one of them. Big miss. I miss Carlo Ancelotti a lot. I really wish Roman would have given him a little more time. He was brilliant for this little bit of time that he was with Chelsea. So when it comes to Frank, uh, I really want him to do well, first and foremost. I really want him to do well. But he is inexperienced. He did pretty well with Leeds United a few years back in the Championship. He is doing a good thing with Coventry. As I always say, it's a new coach bounce. Now, many people get a little angry with me when I said new coach bounce, but understand it happens. Even Emery, who is the Villa manager right now, when he joined Villa a couple of seasons back, Villa did really well under him, and Villa made it to the Champions League. I mean, I'm talking about last season. Villa did very well, and they made it to the Champions League for this season. If you look at this season, Villa is not being that good. They're buying some good players. They're getting players on loan as well. Um, Same happened with Newcastle a couple of seasons ago. When last season they went to the Champions League because 2 seasons back they played really well under in Eddie Howe. This season they are trying to do well, but last season they fell off really badly. So it happens with a number of clubs. When a new manager comes in, it happened with Maresca as well with Chelsea this season. The first 2 3 seasons, months, August, September, October, no, around October, November, we were playing brilliant football. We were really playing really good football. We thought that we'll be up there, and we know how it is. But only in Chelsea it happens much faster. It happens in one season itself. We have the new coach bounce, and then bam, everything goes wrong. But in other clubs, takes maybe a year or so, a season or so. Nuno Espirito, the Nottingham Forest manager, he did really well a few years back with the Wolves, and he took Wolves up to the top six, I think. And then eventually, the season later, he got sacked because Wolves were not playing well. He went to some other club, some other country, went to Saudi as well, and then he came back, and now he's doing brilliantly with Nottingham Forest. And again, uh, this is we have to wait and see how Nottingham Forest does next season. I'm pretty sure they're not going to do this well as they're doing right now. So these examples and many more, there will be many more examples we can come up with. You guys can comment in the comment section any other coaches you come up with the new coach bounce. Bayern Leverkusen as well, with with Alonso, I think. Last season they won the Bundesliga. This season I'm pretty sure they're doing well, I guess, but they're not number one, I think, in the Bundesliga. I don't watch it that much, but as much I can recollect right now. Just a few of the many examples that come about. So understand that many clubs, many coaches have this new coach bounce, and Frank is also going through a new coach bounce at Coventry. How much you like Frank Lampard or how much you feel Frank can do a job, he won't be able to do it. He needs the experience. He needs to do what he needed to do with Leeds. He needs to do with Coventry. He needs to first get them to the Premier League if possible. If not this season, maybe next season. Try to get them in the Premier League. Be a manager with them. A lot like Vincent Company. He came to the Premier League last season, though his team got sacked, but he got a job role from Bayern Munich. And though I don't know, Bayern Munich went for him, though he was still very, what do you call, inexperienced, but still, I still believe that maybe they saw something in Company and thought that maybe he will be able to do it. And Bayern is doing pretty well in the Bundesliga. Normally, they do well in the Bundesliga almost every season. Once every season, once every 9 or 10 years, they lose the Bundesliga title. Otherwise, they win it comfortably almost every year. But saying, keeping that aside, when it comes to Frank, and for any young manager in that matter, the first thing is to take step by step, and I'm pretty sure Frank knows this much better than most of us. We fans are emotional, we tend to jump hoops, but Frank, I'm pretty sure he will do it. That stay with Coventry, get them a promotion if you can, stick with Coventry once you get in the Premier League, not like Maresca. Stick with Coventry, see how it goes, and then maybe take the next leap and go to a bigger club. That's how it should be, actually. I know in today's day things are going really, really fast, and especially the fans, they want to see their favorite players and managers to be at the top so they can talk about it and say, look, my club legend or my role model is up there doing such a great thing. You can always argue about Zinedine Zidane, that Zidane was, he never managed anywhere, but he did pretty well with Real Madrid as a manager. But that rarely happens. Sometimes it does happen, but it's a rare thing. For Frank, I believe that he should stick with Coventry for a couple of seasons, get them promoted, and once they're promoted, stick with him, and hopefully Coventry does well, and then he can move to a different club, maybe a bigger club, and take it from there. I hope Frank does that. I hope all the best to Frank Lampard as a manager. I really think that he can do well as a manager, and maybe in the future we'll see Frank as a top manager for a top club, maybe for Chelsea, back at Chelsea. We really want that. You guys let me know in the comment section what you guys think about the whole thing. Do you want Frank at Chelsea right now? You want him to gather a little more experience, then come to enjoy a big club like Chelsea? Let me know that. So see you guys in a different video. Bye bye.